What's going on, people?
We in? We live. Hey, how was y'all week, man? What's up?
Everything good.
What is it?
How was y'all?
Wednesday? It's Wednesday already?
It's Wednesday.
All right. So, I done been to kids' parties. I done been to adult birthday parties. I done been to Ocean City. I need to sit my ass down.
You are worn out, huh?
What?
I caught something from somebody's kid. I don't know whose it was, but more congested and whatnot, man.
Man, hey, I was sick the last 2 weeks before, like, Saturday. I had some type of infection, some type of chest infection. I don't know. You know, the way this weather is, though, and all these kids I have, I got something from somebody.
Yeah, about
T, what's up, T?
Chilling. You know, ready for the show.
T said he made like $1 million last week off the Trump tariffs.
Really?
And the stocks.
I'm broke. Don't listen to nothing. Nobody said my money. I had no.
Hey, look, T got all the money. Look, next thing you know, his phone about to start ringing. Hey,
T wanted to name. T wanted to name the show Tariffs. He wanted to name that shit Tariffs tonight. We had to stop it.
What was the joke?
I was like, damn, you want to name the whole show Tariffs? Yeah. All right, let's go, man.
Not the whole show being tariffs, man.
All right, what's up, man? Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's get things started. Yeah, let's fade this music out. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Rec Room Podcast. I am your host tonight, T Streets, and I'm here with some of the greatest co-hosts you could ever have. I got Reek Dog is in the building. We got Mr. Trez Fernando in the building on the road.
Hey, that's the rumor. I'll be in the crib in a minute.
And we got the
I'll be in the crib in a minute.
Miss Donnie.
First lady on the mind.
What's up? Don't be all shy now. We know you in there cooking grits. Come on, man. We got a show to do.
Not cooking grits.
We got a show to do, man.
Cooking grits, man.
I went to that First Watch breakfast and brunch place. Has anybody heard of it?
Yeah.
First Watch.
Best.
What is that?
So I had to wait an hour and a half.
You gotta
just to sit down for. Well, why everybody? You know, I love how black people say that. They talk to you like you supposed to already know it.
No,
you know
I'm telling you, bro. You gotta reserve your place on the app, man.
Yo, I've never experienced a place where you gotta wait an hour and a half. Then 50 people tell you, "Oh, no, you gotta reserve it." Who knew? The food was. I mean, the food was okay, but it's not worth the hour and a half wait. It was cool. It's a place to try. It's only open what Reed? Just breakfast and brunch, right?
Yep.
That's it. It's cool. It's one in Bowie and it's one in Waldorf. I would say try it, but just like Reed said, I wish you would have told me you gotta reserve it before you go. It's a pretty good experience though. It's pretty dope.
That's the best. I've heard people talk about it. You might check it out.
Yeah, check it out, bro.
All right, this is episode 133. Title of
this
episode, Dirty Laundry. And we're going to start this thing like we started all the time. We're going to start it with sports. NBA playoffs. OKC takes a 3-1 series lead on Minnesota. What do we think about this series, yo?
I don't know. Look, with Timberwolves, anything can happen. So if they come back, they come back. But right now, OKC got too much firepower.
Yeah.
Man, them
So,
Mhm.
so Ant-Man is not going to go anywhere shooting only 17 shots
No.
against these damn killers.
Mhm.
OKC.
Yeah.
He needs to shoot 30 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Forget get your team involved. No, no. You need to get yourself involved because what I think happens is you spend so much conscious time trying to get people going, but you're not getting yourself going, right? So what did he have? Like he only shot 17 shots.
He had like
And
16 points. One.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Crazy.
it's not working out for them. They're hanging in there, but OKC they're literally like 10. They go like 10 deep. They go 10 deep. Everybody's always fresh.
Yep.
I love SGA's game because he's a perimeter shooter. He doesn't force threes. He plays his game. He gets right on that elbow and he got you. And they just too good. Donnie, you've been keeping up on any of the basketball?
For the most part, no. Um,
Okay.
after 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 the
After
Celtics,
Boston,
yeah,
after
after the
Boston went
Oh
Celtics,
down.
yeah.
it was just like
After Larry Bird.
I had a little attitude, a little titty bit behind
Hey,
it,
Donnie not a good loser. She not. Her team lose, boy. You can't even tell her good game. She like, what you mean good game? What y'all want to say good game? What you mean? What did I have to
Yeah,
say
like,
good
yeah, no, I ain't trying to hear nothing, but
game?
I have conversations with my son. He keeps me updated a lot,
Right.
and I was telling him, well, I was like, I guess I got to go for OKC in the situation, and if I would had to choose, so
All
for
right.
the most
Hey,
OKC is
part,
nice.
okay,
The
see
they're
Knicks.
doing
strong.
okay.
Hold on, Trey. Hold on,
Go
Trey.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Go ahead.
Now, allow me to introduce my team.
Ah!
Indiana Pacers.
Hey
A
man.
3-1. A
Hey,
3-1 on the
hey,
Knicks.
bro. Hey, T. I'm
What's
about to
good?
come over there and do a scissor kick, bro. I'm gonna scissor
What's
kick the
good?
shit out of you, and then I'm gonna leave, bro. Come on,
That's
hey,
crazy.
hey, that's opposite to me. T gonna ride whoever going against me, dog. T like to watch me. He like to watch me lose because he like to laugh at me when I lose because I go crazy. But the Knicks, let me tell you honestly, in the Detroit series, right?
Yeah.
If they didn't make it past Detroit, I would have got rid of Thibodeau. I would hire Mike Malone. But right now, that big cat is showing you flashes of being really good. Trade Cat, and I'm trading Hart and picks, which I don't have anymore because they gave all up for Bridges, the guy that doesn't score because they don't pass them damn ball. I would trade Hart. I would trade Big Cat, and I would probably trade somebody, not Ananobi, not Bridges. I'm gonna go get me Giannis, man. Give me
Why would you
Giannis
trade?
and give me
Oh,
Mike and
I
give
get
me
that.
and give me Mike Malone.
Because Giannis will give you what Cat will give you plus more.
Yes,
But
yes.
You lose 3-point
And
shooting, but your game,
oh, no.
your game more
yeah,
rebounding and
Giannis can
to
still
the
shoot
hole.
yes.
three.
But
But
check it
not
out.
like
Listen, Tibbs. I put in the chat the other night. Tibbs does not know what he's doing. He's outside of his lane now because during the regular season and the other playoff rounds, he never subbed guys. He went like 6 deep. Now he bringing Shaman in. Shaman's a hell of a player. Why you just bringing Shaman in now? Then when he does that, first of all, his team plays defense every other game. You're a defensive coach, but when they made those trades, they got rid of Hartenstein, defense, rebounding. They got all that. They got Bridges in there. They don't have the offense to bring out the best in Bridges. Bridges plays the best when Brunson is sitting down. They have no offensive flow. They should not be getting blown out every game and having to come back. That's an offensive problem. So it's so Tibbs is not getting it done, bro. They should not be down to the paces like this. They have Ananobi, Bridges, Brunson, and Big Cat, bro. Are you kidding me? And y'all getting blown out the gym by everybody. Y'all got to fight back every game. That's a culture problem.
Well,
It's a culture problem. Go ahead, Rick.
on top of that, what's my man from Pacers that's just shooting the lights out.
What's my man name?
What's his starting name?
Neesmith.
W.
Neesmith.
Yeah.
Oh
How is he outplaying Bridges? How is he outplaying Bridges? Because they have a better offensive set. It's annoying, man. It's annoying me, bro. It's annoying me, bro.
We
I'm
can
sorry.
tell.
And then T get in the chat talking about the Pacers.
Hey,
every 5 minutes. I'm trying to get my life. I'm trying to get my life together.
Trey, we go back to game 1. I was rooting for the Knicks until he missed that free throw.
Till they blew it,
and they had a chance to win. I said, "All right, Pacers time."
Bro. The Knicks thought that they won it when they beat Boston, bro. Right?
Yeah.
And the Pacers.
What you say?
You're in the Matrix.
He definitely is.
Yeah, he had that blue pill.
Yeah, you're in the Matrix, Trey.
Yeah. Take the red pill, dog.
Yeah, yeah, you're still in the Matrix. You can reset yourself. You may be going past the trees, man. Don't worry about it. But my Pacers are up 3-1. Yes, I'm still a Denver Nuggets fan, but for the playoff run, I'm rooting for the Pacers now.
So when it's the Pacers and OKC, who you gonna root for?
Who you gonna root for?
I mean, I picked OKC to win, but I'm going with the Pacers now. I'm going with the Pacers now. We switching it all up.
Hey, your son. I love the Knicks, but it's over, baby. It's over.
It's over for them.
Go Knicks.
Right. Well, we lost Trey. I'm sure he'll be back.
He'll be
shortly.
back. Probably going in the house.
Yeah, but moving on. We're gonna move on to
move right along.
More sports related, sports adjacent. A couple weeks ago, Mother's Day, actually, the Mother's Day show of The Pivot. Regina Jackson, the mother of Jaden Daniels, she was on The Pivot, and they asked her about what has been talked about in the sports world and just throughout social media, how she monitors her son. And I have a clip that she played to answer the question of, in an interview some months back, she has stated that she was fearful of the girls, of the women for her son. And she's been kind of handicapping him all the way. We saw during the tournament, NCAA women's tournament, where him and Juju was sitting together, lapping it up, kikiing. Some people say they're cousins. Some people say maybe they're romantically interested in each other. But she came through and clapped that down. But I have a clip that I'm gonna play for you guys.
In the date, I don't want everybody to say I'm putting it on record. My son can date. He can live freely, he makes his own decisions. However, the relationship we have, he does value my opinion because, you know, when my kids were little, I did a lot for them. So, and my kids saw that. My father, my background, I worked too hard to allow anybody at any moment to come in and just, you know, take it away. So what is your biggest fear? And that should be every parent's biggest fear. That should, you know, the men or, you know, the women, because you're a public figure and, you know, your dollar amount is associated with your name.
All right. And that was what she had to say. Now, how do we feel about her reasoning for her being overprotective with Jaden Daniels?
I get it, but at some point you got to trust in the process that you raised your kid right.
Exactly.
That you raised your kid to make the right decisions, be able to tell right from wrong, and be able to tell who has your best interests and who doesn't. Exactly. So, you know, I get what she's saying, but you got to have some faith in your kid, because at some point he's going to be out here by himself and he's going to have to learn it all by himself. So let that man be a man.
Do you think that gives people the appearance of him that he's weak?
No.
No. No, everybody can clearly see that his mom is just a little overbearing. Us mothers can be
Yeah,
that way because we're trying to protect our child. But at the
absolutely.
same time, with him being in the spotlight and it's his show, she got to learn how to step to the side. You know what I'm saying? You can still play referee or manager, momager, whatever
Mhm.
behind the scenes. You don't always have to be right there. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like in some cases she may come in between some things if she don't
Mm.
kind of like
Absolutely.
lighten up because everybody ain't going to deal with him and her. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to put him in that position where he could potentially lose out on things because you're overseeing everything.
Right.
That could be quite challenging, you know?
I think that Mama is a genius. I think that yeah, it looks a certain way, but I think that she's a genius because I think that she's setting herself up as well for like a show or something like that.
But it ain't her
Plus
thing.
her,
Yeah.
right? No, 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 no. Right, right, right.
And we back in the matrix.
So you look at
She
what's
knows
the
what people's
oh
she knows what people's
what?
perception of her is. What?
Nah, you was in the matrix for a bit
You
there.
was in the
Yeah.
matrix,
Yo,
we
why
Yeah.
am I in
nothing
the matrix, bro?
that
I'm
you
about to go in the house right now, man.
said.
I'm
Hey,
about to
You
go in
need
the
to get
house, man,
yourself
and be a
together,
better
man, and then come back so we can have an
what's
appropriate conversation with you.
what's the quarterback's name from Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson.
His mom is influential in his business, the business of football.
Yeah,
Yep.
She's his manager. She made up his contracts, or she helped him with his contracts.
Hmm.
But she doesn't have like a front row seat. I mean, not a front row seat, but she
yeah.
doesn't stand beside him and say, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." She's not
Hmm.
in every photo. She's not on TV with him. There are other football players whose moms are pivotal in what they do
Yeah, that's what I
as
was
far
about
as
to say.
football.
Yeah, because remember Michael
Yeah,
Strahan's mom played a really big part, you know what I'm saying, and
there we
his
go.
his
Yeah.
coming up as well. So it's okay. Everybody
Mhm.
know that's your son. Everybody already know you're on him, like you're there, But I piggybacking off of what Trey said, it does put her in that type of position. And I think that's maybe what she's trying to do. But at the same time, this is not your shine. This is
Nah.
your sunshine. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Let
Mhm.
him be able to enjoy that without you looking like you're hovering over the situation. Like you could do a lot behind the scenes. Look at Joe Jackson. Like
Yeah. Nah, nah. At some point, Joe Jackson was behind the scenes.
at some point.
Yeah.
But when they first came out, you didn't see Joe. You see what
Right.
I'm
Joe,
Right.
saying?
Joe
Let
with them.
him enjoy his stardom and his come up. You ain't gotta be all in there, all in the videos dancing. You ain't
Uh,
gotta do all of that, man.
let me
Because
tell
it
you
Yeah.
comes
this:
off annoying.
the first time I seen Joe Jackson's manicured eyebrows, I wanted him to go away. I swear. I was like, eyebrows bothering me.
Yeah, she doing wait. I would say that as a mom, I think she definitely is
Yeah.
doing too much. She could scale it back a little bit, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen. She gonna still stay there as long as she's
Hmm.
allowed to stay there. It's gonna have to take somebody to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, look, you're gonna have to step to the side."
Yeah. I
It's,
mean, it's possible that she doesn't really notice how she's affecting the situation, but
Yeah,
like everyone said, she needs to
yeah.
step back and let him live his life.
or
Now,
or or this may be what Jaden wants.
right
He
now,
clearly, hold on. I don't want to say that's what he wants because you could clearly see when that whole thing with him and Juju, both of them look very agitated.
Yeah,
You
it
know what
was
I'm
a
saying?
little
She's saying
uncomfortable
right
right
there
there.
in the middle, like, come on, you gotta let your child be, who he gonna be, and trust and
Uh-huh.
believe that whatever you have taught your child, that he's gonna carry that out, and you can trust his decisions. That looks like a mom who's still unsure that she can trust his decisions.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Donna, you be doing the same shit.
I
there
do
go Trey.
not.
There go Trey.
I
You
do
come
not.
in and nail it.
I gotta give room for my children to do what they need to do. I can give them some pointers, but behind the scenes, I'm behind the scenes. I don't want to be all out in the open. Just let me meet the little heifer. You know what I'm saying? And then we good to go. Like,
Hey,
let me see what she
Amanda
got.
Fan said no, she don't. And said,
Commander Fan know what's
That's
up.
right. See my little protector. He don't play by his balls.
that's
you
what's
know,
up.
you know that because I parent differently. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I don't want to come off like super overbearing, and I do need my children to know that yes, we there is authority.
There you go,
I am
threatening
the
me again.
authority.
Hey, you threaten me every show, bro.
However, y'all gonna
Nephew,
make
we
your own
good,
decisions.
nephew.
Y'all get to make your own decisions. If you need me for that advice, then I'll give you that advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand behind you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna hold your hand. Get off the
Yeah.
umbilical cord. I want you to be independent.
Yeah.
Right, but when it's $500 million involved, Donnie, you're gonna and you are his biggest agent.
Look, come on. My son is on a date. I'm not gonna sit between me and my son and his girl. I'll probably just drop them off, have fun, and you tell me how your date was. You know, I ain't gonna be that overbearing parent that got to know every little single detail. And if she gives that off, like she gotta be in the mix, putting her hands in the mix. And it almost looks as if it's like, okay, well, that's my son. I'm making the decisions, and that's just that on that. No, nobody else opinion matters except for my own, and that's not cool because he gonna get irritated with that. He gonna do what Beyonce did and move his mama to the side.
Yep. Well,
that's a good point. If that was my son, real quick, too, if that was my son, I'm gonna just trust that he listened to everything that I told him. You know what I'm saying? And plus, and I'm his business manager. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to be careful with certain things. Like we got to talk about if you do fall in love, before you fall in love, we got to understand prenups.
Oh yeah,
all that stuff. So you can fall in love. You know what I mean? And you got to strap up double. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sitting in the middle of them and all that, I ain't doing all that shit.
Hey, speaking of prenups, Donnie, there were wedding bells that went off, right?
All right, so we all aware of Travis.
Donnie got married?
What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, son, he got it on point. We all aware of this, so we're just gonna read a little bit of the topic and let's just go from there. It says as Travis Hunter prepares to launch his professional football career with the Jackson Jaguars, he is also stepping into a new chapter of his personal life. The number 2 overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft is set to marry his longtime partner, Leanne Lenee. Is that her name? Leanne Lenee?
Lenee.
Yeah, so this weekend, and so pretty much him going into this marriage, he has decided to not sign a prenup. Didn't we cover him before where it was there was a possible cheating scandal and some other stuff, like she was doing too much
but that was
and
some
got
old
drafted.
Stuff.
So I would have preferred that he did sign something. Not saying that she doesn't have access to anything if they were to break up. However, it still should be something there that will protect him. And what it's looking like is that he's not protected. He seems like he's still a little wet behind the ears and he's just making these rash decisions. I don't know what you guys think.
I think, well, go ahead, T.
I think he can still date the girl. I think he should have chilled. He just signed his contract. You're in the NFL now. You know how many women just gonna throw themselves at you now?
But
they did it in college, but
but he's been going out with her for a minute, I think.
Yeah, they say they've been together for a while. And that's good and everything, you know, but I do feel like that was kind of like rushed. You just got into the NBA, you know what I'm saying? So how are you going to have time for your marriage and for your career? You know what I'm saying? But I think this little thing that us females do, we gotta be solidified in the situation, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just wanted to solidify her position in his life. That's cool, but I do feel like, I feel like he should have definitely signed the prenup. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I will say this. I really don't care what this young man does. I think I mean, for real. I think that I mean have fun. You about to make millions of dollars and endorsements, all this other shit. I mean, have fun. Lose it all, make it all back. Do whatever you want to, man. Live life, man. Forget what everybody else is saying about, oh, she's a gold digger, she's this and she's that. Have fun, man. As far as a prenup goes,
You should have signed it.
you should have signed a prenup.
You should have signed it. Yeah.
So what, man? Lose your money, get it back on another contract or some endorsements.
My thing is she in a position though to be able to generate, financial stability if something was to happen?
She gonna be on the Housewives show.
I was
gonna be on the Housewives show.
Bro. I was before y'all even started talking when he asked the question. I was like, it's not going to work out. And I love me some Travis Hunter. It's not going to work out, and she's going to have a show. I swear, that's what I was thinking, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I mean, listen. If it's my son. First of all, let me shut up. I ain't gonna say that. First of all,
it's too many women out here. He's going to encounter them groupies. You got to be real. He's going to encounter that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's the lifestyle that most of them need. I don't believe maybe the first couple he's going to try to remain as faithful as possible, but he's going to get caught up. Everybody has gotten caught up.
Do y'all think that Dion did try to talk to him? And
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because Dion said that's why he brought Brittany Renner. Yeah, he brought Brittany Renner to talk to his dudes. So I know he said something to him about it. But I believe that Travis Hunter is an exceptional kid, man. He's always smiling. He has a great attitude, and sometimes that's infectious. I mean, for other people, they love being around that, and hopefully that's what she's there for him. You know,
yeah, she gonna have a show in a couple years, Rick. She gonna have that nigga shit.
She seems like the typical,
I mean, look,
but he has his reasons as to why he loves it. There's no judgment.
The thing is, if he messes around, she's going to destroy him.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Yeah, he's not. He just seems like a great kid. I don't think he's gonna be the one that's messing around.
Bro. Reek, they all get tempted. Reek, I would have. It's people who jumped out there sports wise that I would have never thought.
Mm-hmm.
If they could do it, he could do it. My point is that if he had the prenup and he made a mistake, let's say 4 years from now, he's protected. But if he makes a mistake 4 years from now, he's gonna be like Tiger Woods.
Look, somebody gonna be bringing that potato salad with the raisins.
He gonna be like Tiger Woods.
They gonna bring that potato salad with the raisins in it, put his ass out. Shit, I love the raisins. God dang.
But I know
gonna be like Tiger Woods 5 years.
His family is probably living. Y'all think his family living about that? Not,
Nah, because his father just got out of. Did he just get out?
I don't know if he was released or not, but I'm sure his mother tried to talk him into doing a prenup.
Yeah,
I'm sure she did.
Well, this goes out to any of my sons. They make it big. You're signing a prenup. I don't care. You're signing a prenup.
Right.
I don't care. That's going to protect you, protect your assets. You know what I'm saying? You can still share, but I feel like what you come in a relationship with is what you leave out with. That's my thing.
Right. I mean, but either way, I mean, good luck to the young newlyweds. Yeah,
good luck. Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations. Don't listen to us talking about it. Just work on y'all relationship.
Do y'all thing.
And beat the odds. Beat the odds.
The odds are expect the worst. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now moving on. do y'all be on TikTok a lot? You have these viral clips of different things going on. You had the silhouette challenge some years ago. And recently we've had the
dope.
It was kind of dope.
I did
that was dope.
It's cute.
Now,
what the silhouette?
Yeah, silhouette was dope.
Oh, all right.
I got cussed out for it at the time, and I had to take it down.
Go Commander fan. Don't be listening to this.
Right. Yeah, you talking. Yeah, you wild.
Yeah.
Listening.
My kids already know. My kids already know what it is. I don't sugarcoat nothing around them.
But anyway, there's a viral. I guess it's originated on TikTok. That's going on with men calling their homies. Good night.
Look, before you continue.
Yeah.
Some dumbass called me up the other night. I had no idea about this TikTok challenge.
You got
Some dumbass called me up.
I know.
Yeah, I already know who it is.
I want to know who it is.
Talk about
did that shit. Was it trash or eat?
What up, Reek? I just want to say good night. About to go to bed. And I'm about to take my shirt off and go to bed.
Right, let me play the clip for everybody.
Go ahead.
Yo, what's good, bro? What you got going?
I'm literally just trying to get this temperature stuff going on with Ken.
I'm
trying to bring the temperature down. Why was that?
No, I'll just call and tell you good night, bro. Sweet dreams. Hello?
What?
Hello?
Yeah, what do you mean, good night?
I'm about to lay down, bro. I'm about to get into bed. I just want to call and tell you good night, bro. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, but nigga, why the hell you call? Why are you telling me good night?
I hope you sleep tight, bro.
Nigga, what?
All right, bro. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, man. Sweet dreams.
What do you have going? What sweet dream, nigga? I'm a grown. What's going on? Are you good?
Yeah, bro. I can't wish that you sleep good tonight, bro.
Nigga, when in the hell have you ever wished it? Why?
Yo.
Hey, yo.
That's basically my response.
That shit is hilarious. That actually sounded like Rick on the other side of the phone.
Hilarious, yo. Especially when you're unsuspecting, yo. Like,
oh, you can't call me up. You can't call me up with this bathrobe on right here.
I see
with my smoking jacket and tell me good night.
The Orange Juice Jones hitting over there, huh?
Reek, who called you?
Hold on. Reek, I had saw this video, right? I saw it. 20 minutes later, get a call from Black Jack.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, God.
He started to go into his little routine, and I was like, Black, I seen it already.
Oh, my God.
Or somebody else. I seen it.
Yeah, and I guess that's what he called me.
It would have been Trey. So, Trey, you didn't know nothing about
Trey don't do nothing like that. Trey is a physical person. He like to do that shit in person.
He kissed you on the cheek.
Yeah. Rub your back. Oh my God. Call me, man. All these women around here, man. You sit up and grab it on.
Hey, it's the truth, though. I'm with you when you're right.
It is true.
Holy shit. Hey, yo, man. But I think it's cute when guys actually do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's you can't do that to the wrong person, yo. I'm waiting to see where it goes wrong at this particular time. Like,
if that's your man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would literally bust out laughing if somebody called me and told me that. A grown ass man called me and told me that.
right, like, what the hell?
I'll be on the floor crying, laughing. If some big ass, smelly ass, greasy ass man called me, tell me good night, sweet dreams. What?
Hey, yo, that is crazy.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna come kill you right now.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, but that shit is
What,
funny though, man.
what would have been your response, T?
My
Like, if
response,
you did not
if I didn't see
know,
it,
yeah.
it depends. It depends on the mood you catch me in. Either I was gonna play along and say some shit to make you feel uncomfortable afterwards, or I would have responded like dude in the video.
Yeah.
It just
I was
depends
like,
on where
dude,
you
in
I'm
the
put
sorry
me.
video.
that happened to you, Reek.
No, it's all right. I was confused. But being I know who called me, I was just like, oh, yeah, something's gotta be up with this. But like I say, I was frustrated because I was in my smoking jacket, straight from Japan.
You had to move
Straight
chat
from
and the nigga
Japan.
whole nigga call you.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. Man, I was not in that mind state.
Oh God,
Mm-mm.
that is hilarious. That is funny.
Yeah, but hey, sometimes these little TikTok trends, viral moments, challenges, sometimes they're dope.
Mhm.
Sometimes they stupid as hell. But
Yeah.
sometimes they are dope.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, for
Now
sure.
moving on to some more social media drama. Oh man. Hip hop's very own Remy Ma and Papoose, they decided to air out their dirty laundry for quite a few days in a row. Quite a few days in a row. I don't know if anybody kept up with the entire saga, but I do have a clip. I think it was from the first night. Remy Ma set things off, and I'm gonna play her clip first.
Ex
I'm bored
might be
already.
the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included. Whenever you're ready, the papers are there. I don't want anything, nothing, no things. I would like my jury. I would like it. Could you go pick up my jewelry from out of the pawn shop? Could you go pick it up? I ain't even asked about the money, the $35,000 that got ran up on my Amex. I paid it. No, it's a gambling thing. It's a real bad gambling problem over there. Nothing pawn poos.
Whack. She whack as shit.
She white.
Oh,
She been white.
man.
Real quick. I hate that this has to happen like before our eyes, right?
Hmm.
Initially they were the poster children for Black love,
Uh-huh.
but and back in the day when Remy was like real hot, I was like, yeah, Remy is that, she's that girl or whatever. And I love Papoose because Papoose always sounded like he stood on business, man.
Papoose,
Like he was like
greatest
a genuine
mixtape
dude.
rapper of all time, the Law Library. My bad,
Yeah.
Rick.
Nah, you good, bro. But like, I don't understand why she's sitting up here. He hasn't said anything to initiate it. Whereas she's gone. Anytime Clarissa Shields gets up on and does an interview, she has to speak on how shitty Papoose is. Fuck out of here, man. Excuse me.
And that's my thing in this situation, and this is why I'm bored with the whole thing. You married that man, you was with that man all of that long time.
Right.
You painted this pretty Monet picture, and now that you're looking bad in the situation because you do look bad. After
Yeah.
all of that stuff that went on, you got accused of cheating first and all of this other stuff. Now it's like you're trying to do damage control and trying to reclaim back your image, and it doesn't look good. It just looked like somebody that's scorned. It looks like
Right.
you mad that he's moved on. So it's just like, just be done with it. I'm over it. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, man.
Nobody cares. It's just dumb. It really is. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's messy, and it's like it's in the media cycle, and like y'all said, with the Black love and all of that, like amicably split. You could do that. It doesn't have to be dirty laundry type of.
Yeah.
You know what I
it
mean?
doesn't.
Donnie, I'm about to sound a certain type of way, so just let me, you know what I mean? Seeing a woman out with another man
when you know that she's married to somebody else, that shit is like, oh, as a man seeing it, because you know that he's been there with you through your whole jail sentence. Things like that, like that's a lot. It's like, if you're gonna do that to me, like, we gotta talk. Like, it's a certain way that we have to do it.
Right.
But the public is always going to choose a side. It's never really going to be a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
But I think that her with Easy the Block Captain, it was just messy, right?
Yeah.
How everything transpired. It made you look at Remy a different way. That wasn't too favorable. But I think that Papoose is an honorable man. I always loved Pat for years and years and years. Hopefully, you know, and Clarissa Shields, for real, I watched Clarissa Shields' movie. That shit was pretty good. So shout out to her. I watched the movie. The movie was good. I think that she carries herself well. She fights her ass off. So I mean, you know, hopefully you know, everybody moves on and things get more positive, because you have a child, you have a baby involved.
Yeah, right. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? When you kind of like, when you splitting, I don't think that all of that should be public. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and dead the issue and let it be. You know, but it's making it. I think she's trying to put it in a perspective like he's not trying to divorce her.
Right.
So she trying to get in front of the story.
Right. But Donnie, think about this. Think about his daughter. Every day she has to get up and look at Easy the Block's Captain teeth. She gotta look at this nigga teeth. I can't stand his teeth. Like, you get money or whatever. Get braces, my dude.
Yeah, I would agree.
Get Invisalign.
Pay my man his credit score and all. I'm like, sweetheart, what are we doing?
Invisalign, bro.
What are we doing?
Come on, man. You look like you.
He
bit on like a stick and it split his teeth in like in two different directions. Oh, he got braces now.
He got braces now.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, but
he trying to level up. He trying to level up with that. All right.
Yeah, but like
nigga grabbed his ass off.
Remy, oh man, what I didn't like, well, a couple things I don't like about the situation. You go get the off-brand Papoose. He looks like a off-brand Papoose, and he raps. It's just, that's weird. I didn't like the fact that she had to start talking about he broke and all of this stuff.
Yeah, because you stay with his broke ass all that long time. Like,
it's so corny. It's so corny.
Yeah, the way she started her live, you know what? Did I agree with it? No, but you expect for a woman to make that move if that's what's going on. You expect for that to happen.
Yeah.
So, but it was the name calling after that, the gambling.
It was all of that, man. Come on, man.
See, that's a big pet peeve of mine too, because once upon a time she wasn't bringing it in either. So it's more or less like how you go on his financial status because now you got money. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, if you want the divorce, get the divorce. I've been through a divorce process. Sometimes it can take a long time. Who knows? But just get the divorce, and it's like you trying to come up off of this beef. Like,
sign the papers, Pat.
You just sign the papers, Pat. Look, you got a woman that make more money. Let the look. Go on.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna play Pap's clip. Now, I don't like it. I don't agree with him doing this, making his own video, but I do understand.
Some days my daughter got to go to school. My daughter's calling, she's not answering the phone. It's like crackhead behavior. I go to where I got an idea where they at. When I walk in the room, they in their lovey-dovey. Mom, right in his mouth off the muscle. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. The knockout victim, soft, didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. You cheated with numerous others before that. You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. So you want to downplay me as an artist. I wrote one of your biggest hits. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. It's a female. I ain't think nothing of it. So I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them.
Now, oh man, you can see you can hear the hurt in his voice. He's hurt. He's still hurt. They both. You can hear the hurt in both of their voices, and it's just sad that this is playing out on social media or played out on social media. It could be still continuing. I'm not looking back in on it.
I love that. Just the facts. Like loyalty without mutual heading becomes resentment in disguise. And that's exactly so, because like y'all said, once upon a time, they were the poster child for Black love. And then how y'all separating, that does not describe Black love, because you can still have an amicable split and still love each other. They're tearing each other down. And like y'all say, their kids are involved in all of this. Their kids got to see this. Nobody's thinking outside of how they're feeling in this process. So he's looking like the scorn lover who just putting all their business out there. She's looking scorn because, hey, look, he moved on, you know, but just be done with it. Get it off the internet. Just it's everybody's tired of it. Nobody really wants to hear it. It's reminding me of Krishan and Blueface. Like nobody cares anymore. Just do what y'all do.
Krishan and Blueface is a whole different. That's a whole nother level.
That's
another level of toxic.
No,
but I'm just saying that's how this is looking. Like it's every day is something else, and then it's just like, what are we doing here? What are you both trying to prove in all of this? Do y'all really want to split and be done with each other, or y'all just want to tear each other down and just give everybody ammunition to say, oh yeah, Black love comes with a cost. It's gonna be a breakup and it's gonna be bad. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have anything else to say before we move on?
Nah.
No.
Nah. It's
okay.
It's out in public now, bro. It's gonna play itself out.
All right. Well, we have a special guest that I'm about to add to the show. This is one of our loyal listeners from day one, ever since Donnie joined the show. She's the first recipient of the hoodie that she never received, but
she's the first recipient of the hoodie she never received.
That's
funny as shit. Hey, that's funny as hell, bro.
But I do want to welcome to the stage Miss Tata.
Come through.
Tata, what's up, dude?
And because I know a hoodie, I gotta wear a different one.
Oh, you got a
It's coming. It's coming. I promise. I'm gonna give you my promise. He promised before. I'm gonna give you my promise. It's coming. I'll get on eBay to make sure it gets shipped out. Did we get your sizes yet? We got to get your sizes and everything. So once we'll coordinate behind the scenes, get your size, and I'll make sure we get it done.
Hey, look, speaking of hoodie beef, Trey owe me a hoodie. I'm beefing with you. So he got it on.
hey, and this is your hoodie.
You're a bammer, yo.
Tata, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
Getting it time.
All right, let's get into why Tata's on. I'm going to leave the floor to you, Tata.
Okay, so basically what bring me on is a lot of stuff that we hear in the news about drugs in the schools. And it hit home for me and my family yesterday. My son, who's a 9th grader at Gwynn Park High School, was drugged. He was offered some candy by another 9th grader. Come to find out it was an edible. He didn't know it was an edible. He thought it was a regular candy. He called. It happened yesterday morning as soon as he got to school. They was in the cafeteria pretty much, but it hit him by the time he got to class. He called me on the phone, freaking out because he didn't know what was going on. My son is diabetic. So when he was talking about feeling some type of way and feeling high, I'm thinking he's talking about his sugar. I immediately hang up with him, call the school, talk to the nurse, letting them know what's going on. I can see his sugar from my phone, like where his levels are. So I'm like, okay, his number is 295, but I can't see it's going up. She hangs up with me, was like, let me go find him. I'll call you back. She calls me back and let me know that I had to come get him because he was dosed.
So they took him to the hospital?
So, no, I wound up going to the school and I took him straight to the hospital.
Okay.
They got him, you know, because it is a registered nurse in the school system.
Mm-hmm.
They was able to like monitor his vitals, you know, try to keep him awake because he was going to sleep, like dozing in and out. I took him straight to Children's. They got him settled. They did a toxicology, report, and they was able to pretty much treat him for the most part. But because they did not know what he had and the amount of it, you know, he said he only took, you know, ate one candy.
Okay.
But if anybody knows, like if you go to the dispensary, for anybody who might go, they have a list of what kind it is, the dosage, and everything on the pack. The girl did not have the pack. She just had a Ziploc bag with some of them in there. They had to
take your time.
They flushed his system, drawing blood, giving IVs. You know, certain things they could do because, like I say, he is diabetic, and certain things they couldn't do because it will continue to raise his sugar. And if his sugar goes too high, he can go into another diabetic shock and or coma, which is how I found out that he was diabetic in the first place because I never knew he was diabetic.
Okay.
And we found out 2 years ago that he was diabetic. I came home and found him unconscious.
Wow. So,
and I do talk to my kids and him, you know, even before this happened about, you know, well, I always say edibles. And I explained to them what an edible was. But I guess the way the girl presented it was like a gummy, but him thinking candy, gummy candy.
And it coming from
snacks.
A girl, it's like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So panel, how would you guys like feel and what would you guys do in knowing that somebody potentially drugged your child?
First thing, I want to see what the school system is going to do about it.
Yeah, so let's double back. So do we have any, you know, anything in regards to, you know, what's how they moving forward with it? Like, are you going to press any charges? Like, what's going on with that?
So they said the principal wasn't there yesterday, but I did speak with the vice principal. This morning, I had appointed myself and I went to the school. Well, I sent the principal an email along with the vice principal, and I told her, I was like, look, when I leave my appointment, I'm coming and I need a face-to-face. So I showed up at the school after my appointment and I waited until she saw me. I didn't wait for them to contact me. I contacted them.
Yeah.
The vice principal did contact me back last night after, you know, late last night, and, you know, to check on them and see how things were doing. Did they find out what was in it? How much? And like I told them, the only thing pretty much they did confirm was that it wasn't fentanyl in it because his blood pressure went sky high. His heart was racing uncontrollably.
Okay. So that's
Um,
tough, and I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine as a mother having to get that phone call saying, "Oh yeah, something's going on with your child," and it's actual drugs. And then to be put in that situation, I'm sure maybe he's gotten or he may get a little backlash because how with your son's in the ninth grade, correct?
ninth grade. Ninth
Okay,
grade.
so what are you going to do when you have those questions that come back to you where he should have known that that's what it was? How do you feel like you're going to navigate that, and how do you feel like you're going to help him navigate through that whole process?
When we had our conversation and was told like he didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
He thought she had like the way he explained it to the security and the police who was there was that, in and out, you could tell that he was telling the truth, not like he's been doing this for a while and he know how to lie about it.
Uh-huh.
He was like, it was the what do you call it? The crybaby candy, Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch.
That's what he thought it was.
Let me add to that real quick. It says a national study published in Pediatrics, it's a magazine, February 2023, cannabis edible exposures among children, early teen to 6, all the way down to 6 years old. Between
Jesus.
Right, they report over 7,000 incidents of edibles in schools.
Right.
So, but
Amazing.
the packaging, it looks just like you get it off the ice
Candy.
cream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
The packaging looks just like regular candy.
Yeah, like I'm
Nerds
looking at
and whatever.
Like, I wouldn't know not to give it to my kid because it looks like you get it off of the ice cream truck.
Right.
So that's all by design.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, how is he doing today? I'm not sure if Donnie asked you. Is he talking? Is he getting any better as of like this evening? Tata. She on mute.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, honey. Take it off mute.
You're on mute. You're on mute. There you go.
Sorry, I was with one of my AirPods died on me. I apologize. So I'm trying to connect it back. But he's doing better. We talked about him going back to school tomorrow. He did say he's kind of nervous about going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
He's not sure about going. And like I told him, like, I really don't want to send him because I do understand. I want him to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
PG County, we only got the kids only have like 16 more days left in school.
So is he? I mean, do you understand the nature of his concerns? Like why he's uncomfortable with going back? Is it because he's embarrassed, or do you feel he faced backlash? Like
that's what he said. He didn't want. He really don't want nobody get in trouble. He don't want nobody.
I was thinking about that when you were talking.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I don't want nobody get in trouble. I don't want, he feels though he don't want her to go to jail.
That's the thing.
And like I told him, I was like, the way I feel and the way it happened yesterday, I was like, to be honest, if I had saw that little girl, especially after I found out that she was right there in the office,
jail would have been safer for her.
Yeah, think.
I was on fight mode. I was ready, and like I had to calm myself down to talk to him because I didn't want him to feel like I was attacking him for a mistake he made. So I had to step back away from him. But then, like, again, we talked about it again throughout the day, and like I had to not really keep pressing him about it, but I'm just like, how do you really feel? Like, talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't want to talk to me and you feel nervous because you think I'm gonna be upset, we can find you somebody else to talk to. Yeah. You got family, I can find you anybody in the family that you can talk to, no matter where they at. Especially after this, anybody that pick up the phone and talk to you.
If I have to drive you over their house, hey, that's what I just need you to be okay.
Right.
Right.
And then I understand, like I told myself, I understand you don't want nothing to happen. You know, you thought you were just getting some regular candy and calling it a day, you know. But it is what it is. And
yeah.
So I mean, just
and
the
one thing
fact
I found out.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say one thing that is pissed me off about PG County. I found out in the meeting that PG County does not have a set rule for edibles.
But that should be under drugs.
Yeah, that should be
like
whatever the drug
paraphernalia,
policy is, like marijuana, like cocaine.
It is, but at the same time, the way they was trying to explain it, but in the other hand, I was like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, you don't want.
Like,
You
I
ain't
don't
trying
want
to hear none of that.
like she need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
she have a bag of this and she's giving it out. Who knows how many other kids dealt with it?
Right.
They did. From the police report or the security that I got was that he did have some other people's like, nah, he's not that type of kid. He didn't know. Like he really didn't know.
Okay, and what about the children that was there? Did he express to you that was he the only one that got it at the time, or was it other children that got it at the time? Because then you got to look at that type of situation too, where those kids that if it was somebody else that got it too, they probably like, oh, he did know that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So do you think that that's mainly like what he could be concerned about as far as going back to school, like having to face those people? Because they can look at it like this: everybody could get in trouble since that happened.
Well, as far as I know, I think at the time or where they was at the in the cafeteria, he was where they was sitting at. He was the only one who got something.
Okay.
Now, if somebody else got something before they building, that part I don't know. They did do a lot. Like I said, I asked them about what it was and see it. And when they did her locker search and book bag, that's what they found, a Ziploc bag. Yeah. So I know she's going to get in trouble for possible distribution. And I think maybe possibly selling. I'm not sure. But I know she's getting for distribution.
It sounds like she was just giving out testers to see
that's
if they
what
were
the
going
vice
like
principal said.
Yeah, probably.
You see what I'm saying? So
probably.
So somebody got her inside the school, you know, giving out testers basically and trying to get customers, but you giving somebody who has a medical condition or is allergic or you can kill them.
See that I don't know if
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know if it's a test or anything like that because this happens a lot more than we know.
Than we know, yeah.
No, it does. It depends on the situation.
Yeah, it happened to my mentee. Somebody gave him something and he didn't know what it was. But this is also elementary school. Also, I mean, kids got honey pack in school. I mean, they got everything.
Yeah.
Not too much on the honey pack. The honey pack is all natural.
Look.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna
go back on mute. Don't do that.
Trade sponsor.
They elementary school with the honey pack.
He need to be sponsored by them.
Look, I need to go to the nurse ASAP.
It comes from the tree. It comes from the tree.
Yeah.
Winnie Pooh got it.
Yeah.
Well, his
heart rate too. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, I know his parent. They said that his possibility hit her parents
right.
might want to speak with me, and it was kind of slipped out through conversation that one of her parents might be a cop.
Wow.
I say have the conversation.
Yeah,
I do too. I feel like you should definitely have the conversation. I do feel like me as a mom, I definitely would have been up at that school. I would have definitely did a police report, you know, because had that been the other way around and it was my child, my son giving it to a female, then it would have been considered something totally different. You know what I'm saying? My child will probably be in juvie right now. So at the end of the day, I do feel like if you need to have that conversation with the school, you know, and get the medical bills paid, press charges or, you know, get that police report done. You know, I think that would be the more safer bet, you know, and I do appreciate you for coming on to spread awareness, because I didn't think that was going on. I hadn't heard anything about that already, you know, so that is crazy. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go
because
through
most
that
of the thing they keep putting out on is about the vapes, kids with the vapes and the pens.
Yeah.
But no, you actually have kids coming in with whole edibles and passing them out like they actually real candy. And you know.
Yeah, I understand. Just the fact they don't have the conversation without the advice of an attorney, especially if the parent is a cop. Yeah. So that's great advice. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that, Tata.
Sorry to hear about that, but I'm happy that he's you know he's getting back to his regular self.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And make sure he's completely comfortable with going back to school. You know, try to have that conversation with him. And if I was you, I would definitely take him to school to make sure that he's definitely comfortable, you know, and maybe sit down with counselors there to try to figure out how to navigate the rest of the school year.
I am, because like I say he said he's gonna go ahead and try tomorrow, and like I told him, if he doesn't feel comfortable with being there, then we, you know, if I have to leave my job again, hey, it is what it is. And then we just have to figure out how he'll be able to finish out the rest of it. Right. Like I said, we just have to figure out how to handle it for the remainder of the school year, you know, so he can continue to get work in and get his grades in.
Yeah. That's tough.
Well, we super happy that he you know
he's good.
He pulled through that safely.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And tell him I got his back, because I got a karate chop that, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he might be nervous about that one. you don't need both of us up there.
All right.
Thank you for coming on, Tata.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for coming on. Now we have one last segment. Do you want to stick around for the last segment?
Yeah, stick around. Yeah, stick around. She be all scared to get on camera anyway.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right. Well, we're gonna go into our last segment, and it's called
Ask the Rec Room. Ask the Rec Room.
All right, so listen. This is our world famous Ask the Rec Room segment, and this is the piggyback off of the story that we just heard, unfortunately, with Tata's son, where if a minor assaults somebody, assaults their teacher, brings drugs to school, should the parent be liable for these types of events? Because in Georgia Federation of Teachers is proposing the Parent Accountability Act, right? So this is the brief. The Georgia Federation of Teachers is proposing the Parent Accountability Act, which would penalize parents if their child assaults a teacher, with possible fines, community service, or jail time. The measure also includes universal mental health screenings for middle schoolers, de-escalation training for staff, and parenting classes for repeat offenders, parenting classes. The proposal follows a national rise in violence against educators and a recent incident at DeKalb County where 3 students were charged with battery after attacking a teacher. So, should this be a national thing, or do you all think that it should be handled? It should be a case-by-case basis, where if one of our kids is a terror, if they're in school doing whatever, should the parents be penalized? Should that be a national thing? What do y'all think?
Real quick, it should be on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, I think so.
Some kids beat the shit out their parents at home, and then go somewhere else and beat the shit out of another adult. So, I mean, only in situations there was a kid who brought a gun to school and shot the school up. The father brought the kid the gun. The kid was not supposed to have any guns. So, in that situation, the parent should go to jail. But if a kid is just a all-around fuck up, I mean, good Lord. I mean,
Maybe jail is
Let
the
it
best option
let
for
him stand on his own.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not the parents' fault. I mean,
What
you
if
got single moms
what
at
if the
home.
kid is like 11 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say it should be based on age and case. I feel like once you get to a certain age, maybe about 14, 15, 16, you already clearly know right from wrong. So I think in that aspect, no. But also, it do be some parents that just really don't pay
That
attention
don't
to their
take care of their
kid.
kids.
So
Yeah.
they should be penalized for it. So, but I think it should be case by case. Age
Yeah,
should
definitely.
play a factor as well. If my children, because I know I instill in them what's right, what's wrong, and I could beat them upside their head with a Bible or whatever the case may be, and you still decide that you want to go up there and fuck up, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be held liable for that. But if I know that my kid is out here doing this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I might have to take the bid on that because I should
Yeah.
have done something to kind of like prevent this. You know what I'm saying? You groom your children up from birth on up. You know what I'm saying? So either they're seeing this behavior at home or you just not. So
Yeah, it's
case
a
by
hard
case, case by
situation.
age.
What
Yeah.
you think, Tata?
As an educator, and I have elementary school kids, it's like a case by case in the situation. Like you said, if you have a parent who's out there trying their best,
Right.
let that child be held responsible. But if you have a child who the parent is teaching them, oh, well, go in that school and do this and do that, and I got your back, then both of them be held responsible.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
No matter the age. Because
But hold
some
on.
parents teach their kids that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. And that's what I was going to say. And Trey, you said that it was the kids that beat the crap out of the teachers. But didn't somebody say that it was okay for the kids? I mean, the teachers that hit the kids. I'm looking at it from the situation. Maybe that kid was probably defending himself in that type of situation.
It
Maybe
didn't say
somebody
that. It
tried to
didn't
take
say
the
that.
authority.
No.
And it's
Nah. Well, with this story, it looked like the teacher was probably trying to, get them in line, get the class back in order. And three kids attacked them. But this is just one event of the national rise of attacks on educators.
So are the educators reaching out to the parents? I mean, because that needs to be,
I'm pretty sure, like,
Yeah, you got to reach out. The
you have
parents
to
have to
reach
know
out
about
to
it.
the parents,
Yeah.
have some sort of a conference. If that child is still acting that way, then something needs to happen in that aspect. So if the parent isn't, I mean, if the teacher isn't telling the parent what's going on in the classroom day to day or whatever the case may be, then that could kind of like be a problem for the teacher as well, because they should have said something.
I mean, look, man. The damn kids' parents got to get on their damn ass. Parents got to,
Yeah.
parents better. The kids out here doing whatever in the goddamn schools,
Well,
and then
look,
the parents they come home. The parents are not instilling any type of discipline
Trey,
on them, like
it's a
you
case.
said.
It's a case by case situation because every
Yeah.
situation is not the same. Because I
Every
know situations
situation,
where mothers are just overwhelmed and their kids are just. I mean, they're trying, but their kids. Some have mental blocks or
Yeah.
mental disabilities or autism. All kinds of situations
Right.
may be involved, but like. Like I said, I've seen parents where they're just overwhelmed and they just don't know what to do, and they've reached out to all the resources that they can, but there is no help.
Yeah.
Dad is bogus, and it's
I'm
dad.
about to go on a rant in a minute. Goddamn it!
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
No,
Don't
no,
get that
because
man
they try to take
started.
the responsibility
Nah.
off. So my kid getting terrorized. You know what I'm saying? By this kid, my kid trying to do their freaking work, and other kid smacking them with all
But then
kinds of shit. And this is a daily thing.
that's the part of the school to step in
Yeah,
and be
that's
like, look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all right, we're
me
gonna separate
as
you.
a
We're gonna
parent,
change classes and things like that.
even though my kid is getting victimized,
Uh-huh.
I'm still gonna go. I had to go on the guy who runs the bus depot. I had to go to the top because this white man was telling a bunch of these black kids to shut up and terrorizing them on the bus verbally. So I had to call his boss, or I told him before things escalate, I need you to get my kids off of the bus. Luckily, he did that, right? But like you said, Reek, sometimes parents don't know what to do with their children.
Yeah.
Right.
But unfortunately, somebody else on the other end's child is being victimized by this person, right? So it's going to be a clash. But again, parents are not parenting their kids properly. I get it, right? Back in the day, parents come to school with that belt and handle you wherever. Now these they don't get ass whoopings. I don't know if a kid got an ass whooping in 20 years. I don't know, but it's too out of control. It's too out of control.
It is.
Some
So
kids say
if I've been being a menace, and the police are going to come get me, I'm going to do better as a freaking parent. I get the case by case basis. I agree with y'all, but things got to get better with these kids, man. It's too much. You can't be beating up teachers and shit. Your ass can't even read. You beating up a damn teacher.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I had a situation similar to that with my son. You know, I got a phone call, and my kids already know. Unless your teacher is calling me to telling me that you succeeded in something, do not let me get that phone call. But I did get a phone call, and immediately I'm on my way. I'm not going to ask no questions. Let's just talk about it. When I got there, come to find out that my child was not involved. It was just the fact that he was hanging around these type of people. You know what I'm saying? Because I went up there to jack up my child. First off, I'm not going to say I believe the teachers first. However, I don't want the phone call.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You keep your nose clean. Shouldn't nobody be calling me involved in anything. So I went up there to jack him up, but he got away with it. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't involved in it. It was just his friends, and they would just wanted to bring it to my awareness. Like, hey, look, we don't want your child hanging around. You know what I'm saying? Those people, can you talk to your child?
See that?
You know what I'm saying? So.
And I'm not talking about like a one time. I'm talking about the kid where it's just
all the time.
It's just nonstop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've been kicked out of school.
Accountable. Yeah.
I've been kicked out of schools before in my younger life.
Yeah, because you're
terrible. I changed.
No, you still the same.
Surprised you don't get kicked out of work.
I changed. My uncle would threaten me.
Bro.
I had to be threatened, and I changed. Now I'm an angel today. I'm an angel.
You came to Alexandria City Schools with a chip on your shoulder. You were terrible. You were terrible.
I still got a chip on my shoulder.
Still the same.
Still the same.
Well,
but that was it though, man. No, I definitely appreciate that. Look, parents, talk to your kids, go through their book bags, pop up on them, talk to them, and just love on them, man. That's all.
Hug them and love them.
Hug them and love them. Smack them, right?
Converse with your children. Converse with your children. Let them, keep them updated. Let them know what's going on. And just try to be, I feel like in certain cases, even with men, should just try to be empathetic with your children, because we don't know what they're dealing with. Their timing is different from our timing. You know what I'm saying? So they're under a lot more peer pressure and things of that nature. So just converse with your kids. That's all. That's all I can say.
T.
Yes, hey, and that is tonight's show. I think we all agree, case by case basis. Because if it's just nationwide federal law, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I can see bad things happening with that.
Absolutely. All right, look. Thanks again, show 133. We got the best pods in the land. He wouldn't agree. He would take somebody else, but I say it's us. Who we got with us? We got nephew, Commanders fan, in here threatening me every week, my man.
Just like his mama.
We got
somebody got my back.
Just the facts. Appreciate your commentary. Just the facts. We had a bunch of dope insight. We got dope on purpose. You need to be in the bed. You're under dig. And shout out to everybody that's going to be watching us on YouTube. That's going to check in. We appreciate y'all. T, take us home, baby.
Yes. Again, great show, everybody. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok at the Rec Room Pod. We also here on YouTube. Please follow us for all of our live content. We also you can catch us audio version streaming everywhere: Apple Music, Spotify, Podbean. Shout out to Podbean. You can catch us just about everywhere. Just about everywhere you can catch us. Again, we are running a special. We are sponsored by Lonely Cloud Luxury Hoodies. Check out lonelycloudapparel.com. That's how you go get your hoodie. I promise you, you're gonna get your hoodie.
Me too.
Oh my God.
Don't forget to sign out all the time. Everybody got a pod, but everybody isn't us. Is that how we do it?
Yeah.
Good night. Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams, Trey. Sweet dreams. Good night, T.